What's up, dummies? So I was just on YouTube and I saw this video right here. It says top 100 scariest jump scares. But here's the thing. This thumbnail is not scary. What the hell is that? I have no idea if this video is even going to be scary. It caught my eye because it said 100 jump scares. So if you get scared easily and you might pee your pants, don't watch this video. But we're about to get scared. Let's do this. Alright, top 100 unbelievably scary, whatever.
Número 99.
Okay, that wasn't scary. Playing Five Nights at Freddy's here.
Número 98.
What the? Bro, I didn't know they added an update to Five Nights at Freddy's where they do the Gangnam Style. That's weird.
Número 97.
Dude, did that car just turn into a twerking bear? Am I seeing things? Oh my god.
97.
Okay.
Número 96.
Okay, so what I'm starting to understand from this isn't actually gonna be scary jump scares. This is gonna be stupid little videos. But hey, I'm enjoying it, so let's keep watching.
Número 95.
Oh my god, Grandma's house is done.
Número 94.
Okay.
I do this in a toothpaste ad once. Ta-da!
Número 93.
What? This cat's trying to
Número
get some
92.
fish. Okay. Oh my god,
91.
what happened to that kid?
Número 92.
That kid's dead.
Número 91.
I gotta play that game. What the hell is this? Baby drink. Oh my god, baby riding the cat? Can somebody tell me what game that is? It looks fun.
Número 89. Número
What is it with
88.
this twerking bear, dude? Oh god,
Número 87.
that guy's dead.
Número 86.
That's not even funny. I don't know why I'm
Número
laughing.
85.
What the hell was that? Huh?
Número 84. Número 83.
Some sort of major screw up, which is cool.
Oh,
So
God.
if you just point us towards the administrative offices, we'll just
I'm over here stroking my.
Número 84.
Yo, that's insane. If y'all know what that's from, oh my god. Okay. This video's more insane than I thought it'd be. Oh my god.
Número 81.
What's happening? What movie is this? Cars? Or Transformers or something?
Número 80.
Nice, far sound, okay.
Número 79.
That little kid scream is insane.
Número 78. Número 77.
That caught me off guard. Why did that catch me off guard? Okay, if I get scared at any point in this video,
76.
everybody's gotta unsubscribe. Maybe as it counts down, it'll get scarier. We've completed the first 25 so far. Dude, was that a fly? Okay, this is the last time I'm pausing the video. Is that a flying toast?
Número 70.
Flying green toast is a jump scare. I think the person who made this video is literally like a troll.
74.
But hey, that's the last time I'm pausing the video for real. My headphones are backwards. What the?
Número 73.
Okay, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Donkey, wake up!
Número 72.
What is this? Cat in a hat?
Número 71.
Okay, 71. Okay, there's no sound. That's all right.
Número 70.
I was about to say that's the creepiest one, but nope.
Bagel delivery! What?
Número 69.
What is this guy doing? Fighting a ghost? All right, he's dancing with
Número
the ghost.
68. Número 67. Número 66.
Bro, every time I see this Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, I think it's gonna be scary. And then they just play some music.
Número 65.
Who the hell is this guy? Who the
Número 64.
an iPhone jump scare? What?
Número 63.
That was a pretty badass penguin.
Número 62.
Mm-hmm. Huh?
Número 61.
Dude, I've seen this twerking bear 5 times! What's going on? Okay, that's the last time I paused the video for real.
Número Número 59.
Damn, he just, bro, that was funny, bro. I did not expect that, but he just decked it. Oh my god, all the baguettes flying around. Do you see this?
60.
Oh my god, look. He was about to eat good. Boom, all your baguettes are gone.
59.
Skadoosh.
Número 58.
Holy,
Número
oh my,
57.
that actually caught me off guard. Why am I getting scared? This is not scary. Okay.
Número 56.
Huh?
Número 55.
What the hell was that? Radioactive trash? That dude live in Detroit, Flint,
Número
Michigan?
54.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Número 53.
Five Nights at Freddy's. That shit ain't gonna scare me, bro. You gotta bring something else. You gotta bring something else.
Número 52. Número
Dude,
51.
what type of Halloween decoration?
Número 50.
Yeah, little kitty cat. What's up, little kitty cat?
Número 49. Número 48.
That was cool. What's he doing?
Número 47.
Dude, I always wanted to eat one of those. Did you see that SpongeBob episode where the guy puts like jelly on the sandwich? I always wanted a jelly burger from SpongeBob, dude. If somebody can get me, like, send me a restaurant where they make jelly burgers or something. Look at how good it looks. I know this is blurry as hell. I think it might be my computer or the person who uploaded this video. I don't really know. I don't really care. All I care about is this juicy burger.
Número 46.
Okay, the Krusty Krab just exploded. What the hell?
Número 45.
Okay.
Número 44. Número 43.
That was nice.
Número 42. Número 41.
I don't know what's happening.
Número 40.
That's the nicest camera quality I've ever seen.
Número 39.
Why does that catch me off guard? What the bro, what are y'all? Okay, look, before I play the rest of this video, someone sent me this video on my email. If you look in the description, it says send me videos to this email, whatever. Send me videos to react to. Somebody sent this to me, and then I didn't want to react to it because it looked stupid, but then I saw it on my YouTube feed, so I was like, you know what? We might as well react to it. Is this why you sent it to me? To see Five Nights at Freddy's twerking? Okay, it's the last time I'm pausing the video.
38. Número 37.
What is that?
Número 36. Número 37.
Okay, we're getting closer to number 1. We're number 35 right now. There's something in my eye. I don't know what the hell that is. I don't know what just happened. I think a dog just got white stuff all over him. Pause. I love that sound. Oh, I love that sound.
Número 32.
Oh my god, what was the egg doing behind him? What's happening? Who the hell is driving that car?
Número 31.
I didn't. What? I didn't know that was possible. They're making new car. Is that Mario? Mario from Flint, Michigan. Speaking of Mario, here's Luigi.
Número 29.
Alright, we're at number 29. We're getting closer and closer to the top 10 scariest jump scares, apparently, according to this.
I'm in danger.
Número 27. Número 26.
You know, I never thought I'd see a baby monkey dancing in a swimsuit.
Número 26.
What am I?
Número 25.
There with a hat with the letter of his first name on it. Because I don't.
Número 24.
You wanna play a little game?
Número 23.
Oh man, he got that bike from Temu.
Número 22. Número 21.
Oh god, this might be the scary game, right?
Número 20.
I never seen that version. We got somebody playing Minecraft. Okay. Nice.
Número 19.
Oh hell no.
To tell you, there's nothing in our closet.
Número 18.
Alright, we're top 18 now.
Número 17.
The number 17th scariest jump scare.
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
Número 16.
What are you doing? This came
That's
loose.
so.
Came loose.
I'm not even gonna say it.
This.
Número 15.
What the hell? Skeleton driving through.
Número 14.
Bro, skeleton through the drive-through is so crazy.
Número 13.
Hey, you want to see something cool?
Número 12.
Okay, number 12. Most scariest. What the hell is that, bro? Is that a blue crab? I didn't know there was a such thing as a blue crab. That's a crab, right? It might be a lobster. Let me know in the comments. I'm not really educated. Number 11. All right, we're getting to the top 10 scariest jump scares according to this guy.
Número 10.
Number 10. All right, let's see.
Número 9. Número 8.
Yo, what?
Número 7.
How is that even
Número
possible?
8.
Do you see this? What?
Número 7.
Don't worry, Mr. Ping. He'll be back before you can say noodles.
Noodles.
Número 6.
Yo, was that about to say what I thought it?
Número 5. Número 4.
That was number 5? Really? Let's see the top 4.
Número 3.
Okay. Number 3.
Número 2.
What the heck?
Honorable.
Oh, it's a headshot. Oh, that kid's got a cranium disease. All right, honorable mention. And then number 1. Let's see what number 1 is. What do you guys think? I think it's going to be that bear twerking. If it's the bear twerking, I will delete this video. I promise. Okay, what's number 1?
Número 1. Warning de following.
The following jump scare will traumatize you for the rest of your life. Oh God, are y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. This video right here, it says Scary Compilation version 59. But look at this thumbnail, bro. There's a little kid standing on his damn freaking crib or whatever. I'm already scared. I can't even think of what to say. This video says don't watch this at night. So if you're watching this at night, oh God, bro, this is gonna be scary. A bunch of scary videos. Let's watch this.
When something really creepy is caught on camera.
Okay.
Notel writes, "Tell me I'm not the only one who sees it. I'm house sitting for my aunt who is out of town and I'm kind of freaking out right now."
Ooh.
This is what he caught.
Let's see.
I don't know if I'm seeing shit or tripping, but check this out.
Oh God. Ah, I'm scared already. It's just started.
So this is my aunt's son's room.
Okay. Bunch of toys.
There's no one in here.
Bro, toys are so creepy. Like, okay, but before I freaking play the rest of this and get scared out of my mind, when I was a kid, I loved toys, but toys now are just creepy. Like, think about a toy, bro. It's creepy as hell.
Right. Nothing.
What?
Closet.
What is he trying to say? Nothing in the closet.
Nothing.
Okay. What?
Get a nanny camera in here. Alright, now tell me, right on the monitor here.
Okay, so he has a camera in there.
Tell me that doesn't look like someone standing in the room.
What the
Like-
hell?
Like I've checked, like went back and forth 3 times, and I
mean, it kind of looks creepy.
So, okay. Nothing, right?
Damn.
Like what?
So the camera shows like creepy dolls standing up, but there's nothing there. That's weird as hell.
Next to the toy dinosaur, a shadow-like figure of what looks like a small child can be seen standing in front of the desk. Now at first glance, it may seem like a random shadow that's being cast, but if we look closely, the shadowy figure is clearly obstructing the view of the orange toy lying on the table. It also
Yeah.
seems to be blocking part of the desk, suggesting it's a solid figure.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Feeling
right
creeped out, Notel continues to record and captures this.
No way, something else happened, bro.
I do not want to go back in there. I have an idea. Put this, like, right here.
What the hell's he doing? He's just gonna record it?
Alright. Okay, I saw a ball in the other room. I'm gonna go grab it.
Oh, he's gonna go walk in front of the camera to prove that this isn't fake.
Okay.
He didn't walk in front of the camera.
Make sure it's clear.
What if this is just an image?
Alright, let's see
What
how
if
this
he's...
is.
I need to see something happen. He's gonna throw a ball in there. Yeah, he threw a ball in there.
Okay, alright.
He threw a ball in there.
Definitely something in there.
What the? Wow. So it showed up on the camera, him throwing the ball, but that, like, ghostly figure did not move.
Understandably, Notel is too afraid to go back inside the room.
Yeah.
After throwing the ball and seeing that the camera is actually functioning, he runs away, feeling more scared than before.
Yeah, because maybe he thought the camera was messed up. Right? Like, maybe he thought the camera was glitched. But then when he threw the ball, it showed that the camera was updated, and that stupid creepy thing was still
now, it's
there.
worth mentioning that the nanny cam seen in the footage is unable to record video. Therefore, whatever's being shown isn't pre-recorded, but rather live footage of the room as we see it.
Oh, he said that camera can't even record videos. It just shows live footage. So there's no way he could have faked this. What?
There has yet to be an update on Notel's situation, but for now, I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not something paranormal is happening.
Bro, what do y'all think happened? Is it just a weird shadow, or is there something creepy
Ghost
going on in that
or
little
not,
kid?
you
Let
be
me
the
know, bro.
judge.
Let me know. I'm reading all my comments. Y'all know I read the comments. All right, number 4. Oh, God.
A
All right.
family takes a trip to a theme park and
Okay.
encounters something pretty terrifying.
What?
On June 2nd of 2022,
I love theme parks.
Noor Ifrina Rosni had joined her husband and son at a Malaysian theme park located in the state of Johor. During the time she
What?
was there, Rosni recorded every moment of the trip.
Okay.
The camera's attention was mainly focused on Mohammed, her son. Not much else stands out in the video except her child, until later in the trip, when Mohammed is seen on a ride without his parents. It's this video in particular that has left viewers unsettled.
Why?
I'll play the clip first before showing what exactly was captured.
All right, let's see if we can see
That
it.
being said, see if you can spot anything unusual about the video.
All right, let's see. Is there anything weird about this video? I see 2 kids riding this thing, and that's all? What? Wait. The kid's gone.
Now, in case you
What the there was a kid wearing a mask. He looked pretty creepy when he first came around. Where did he
missed
go?
it, if you pay close attention to the passenger next to Mohammed, you'll notice that as soon as the cart spins around the coaster and comes back to the camera, the passenger is no longer there.
Wait, maybe he's like bending over?
The child that was right next to him disappears.
Maybe he bent over or something? Maybe
Mohammed's mother
he
immediately
crouched?
noticed the missing boy after the second spin. Now, as some viewers have commented, it could be that the child had hid below the seat when the cart was out of sight.
Yeah, for sure.
But if we pause the video at a certain point, we can see from a certain angle that no one was hiding underneath. To make things even more creepy, when Mohammed's mother asked him about the boy he was riding with, he seemed to ignore the question, as if he didn't know what she was talking about. If he didn't know that someone else was riding with him, then what exactly was caught on camera?
What?
Could it be that something paranormal was caught? Or was something else captured? Unless more information comes to hand, this video remains a mystery.
No, hell
Unless
no!
more information
There is a kid in that damn car. The creepiest thing about it is the fact that this kid was staring too. Look at this. You see how this kid's staring at his mom? You see how he's staring at the video? He was staring, then he looks at the kid. They go around the corner and he's gone. Look at this. When they come back around, this kid is not there. He's not even right there, bro. Look. What the... Bro. What's even weirder is the fact that she asked her kid, like, where'd that kid go? And the kid didn't even answer. Yo. Alright, let's see what else is coming, bro. I'm creepy.
When he finds an abandoned house sitting on top.
Abandoned house on a hill?
He proceeds to check out the place, feeling a bit scared.
Bro, okay, I love abandoned places. I've been in like hella abandoned houses, abandoned buildings. So much fun, but so creepy.
Can't help but feel an ominous vibe surrounding the property. Little does he know that something utterly horrifying would occur while exploring this place.
No.
This is what he caught.
Bro, okay, I've been in hella abandoned houses before, but nothing crazy has really ever happened. Like one time I was in an abandoned building and I walked up the stairs, right? And it was so pitch black. It was so dark in this building. I walk up the stairs and I'm in like this like abandoned school. So I'm in a hallway now after I went up the stairs. And there's a door right here and a door right here. And then down the hall there's two doors. Like you know how a hallway is in a classroom basically. So I'm walking and I look at the right door and there's no one in there. So I look to the left and there's a guy standing right there. It was so creepy. It was a homeless guy. He didn't do anything to me, but like dude, it scared the hell out of me. You can find some creepy ass stuff in abandoned places. So let's see what happened to this guy, bro. I don't blame him for going in. I would have went in too. It's so intriguing and so like scary. You get adrenaline and everything. Why was this house abandoned though? It looks like it's in a nice place. It looks like it's a decent house. Is this a classroom?
Oh my god, look at the size of this bedroom.
This looks like a classroom, bro. Alright, they speed it up because he didn't find anything, but then they're gonna... Oh god.
Shit, this is scary.
Look at that bed though. Somebody's lived there, bro. Somebody was living in there. Oh god, don't go down the creepy hallway.
Dude, this is how horror movies start.
Yeah, this is horror movie, bro. Do not go down the hallway. Ah. Oh god. Something's gonna happen.
Oh my god, it's so dark in these rooms.
You don't have a flashlight, bro?
Dude.
This guy's breathing so hard. He's so scared. I would be scared too. That's a nice location in the middle of the desert. That's awesome. Why did they abandon this house?
Oh, fucking heebie-jeebies, dude.
Go downstairs. Go down those stairs.
Dude, that dark room. I kept feeling something was gonna jump out at me. What's down here?
Oh god. Oh god. Where's your flashlight, dude?
Hello? Hello? Sleep, goat, horse, dog, pig, snake.
What? There's writing on the wall?
Okay, sheep, goat, horse, dog, pig, snake, bird, hermaphrodite.
Hey, there's a bunch of writing on the wall. Dude, where's your flashlight, bro?
Dude, I think I hear somebody. I think I hear something.
Go.
Naturally, as anyone would, the motorcyclist leaves the property at once, feeling totally spooked. Most viewers believe that whatever was thrown had to be done by a poltergeist or something paranormal, as the general atmosphere of the place seems to suggest this. Then again, a few believe that it could have been a homeless individual who was using the house for shelter. Whatever the case might be, there's no doubting that the encounter itself is pretty scary.
If y'all ever go to an abandoned place,
the motorcyclist will be coming back to explore. This next video was posted on a YouTube channel which only has one video.
What?
The video in question is the one you're seeing. However, there's something very odd about this footage.
Okay.
This video was posted 14 years ago, and still, to this day, People can't seem to explain it. Right from the start, we can see what appears to be a group of friends hanging out inside a room.
Okay.
Not much happens at the start of the video, but when one of them plays their guitar and another begins to sing, something pretty creepy is captured. This is what was caught.
Okay, they're speaking Spanish. Let's play some music. Apparently there's gonna be a ghost. Where? I don't see a ghost. Bro, there ain't no ghost. What the hell was that big ass thing? Yo, I'm not messing with that. I'm not messing with that. No, nah.
Although having an audience is something this group would appreciate, I'm sure they would prefer having a different kind of audience. But, of course, what do you think? Ghost or not?
Dude, I don't know.
I'll let you have the final say.
I don't even want, that's weird.
A child is woken up late at night.
Oh my God.
And does something that has left its parents completely disturbed.
Dude, this is from the thumbnail. Oh my God, I thought I got clickbaited, but no, it's actually gonna happen.
This footage was taken in the middle of the night when all of a sudden, this happens.
Okay, he's obviously screaming in a weird way. Why is this kid screaming? Nah. 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 Nah.
Somehow,
Nah.
the child maintains a perfect balance as it reaches out towards something.
Bro, what?
Viewers believe that it's reaching out to a paranormal entity inside the room.
You gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta get a new house. You gotta get out, cause that baby just stood up completely and then was like, obviously like being held up by something or grabbing something. No, you gotta move. You gotta move. You gotta get away. You gotta get away.
Whether it's malicious or not is unknown.
You gotta get
But
away.
Given the dangerous situation the child is in, some believe that a sinister presence was responsible for the child's behavior.
The creepiest thing about it was the fact that the kid wasn't even saying like, The kid was like, mommy, mom, obviously wanting his mom because something was...
Although we don't know for sure if it's something paranormal, the piercing scream of the child is without a doubt pretty chilling. Not much else is known about the video, but the footage itself is enough for us to know that what happened that night is beyond strange.
Okay, y'all gotta move away. That's step one. And step two, you gotta test your child to see if he's like the best balancer ever. He could probably walk across Nagasaki or Niagara Falls. Why Nagasaki? Am I stupid? Niagara Falls with that type of balance, because how the hell is he doing that? This kid is 1 year old and he has insane balance. Either he's being helped up by a damn ghost and you need to get the hell out of your house, or your kid is the next Michael Jordan. What's up, dummies? We got another scary compilation to watch. This one shows a little girl in like a little walker walking into a dark room. Do not watch this video alone. These are gonna be some scary clips. Get ready. All right, here's the first clip.
On July 28th of 2024, a certain video was shared among many residents of a town where something quite peculiar had taken place. It happened right outside someone's house at around 7 p.m. Those who live here had thankfully caught the event on camera via surveillance footage. But the video itself is just part of the reason why neighbors are concerned. Whatever happened here had sent someone to the hospital. It was immediately after knowing this that residents of this neighborhood became terrified. The following is what was captured.
All right,
Watch.
let's see. Okay, so there's a guy walking into a house. Is he like breaking into that house or something? Was he not supposed to be in there? Something creepy's about to happen, I know. What? Yeah. What just happened? Something flew towards the... Did y'all see that? What the... People are coming over to help him. We got dogs barking and stuff. People don't know what
It
happened.
was immediately after being knocked out by something that two people, presumably friends or relatives, come over to assist the man.
How?
Accompanying them is a dog that for some reason heads over to the spot where the object had seemingly flown from.
Okay.
It isn't clear why the dog had gone there first, but viewers think that maybe it was seeing something no one else could.
Wow, dude.
Although
that
quite
is
strange.
That is really weird. The thing that hit the guy came from this area, and the dog immediately ran over to this area. Why did that dog go over there? I mean, I have cats, and normally, like, when I'm laying down in bed with my cats, sometimes I see them looking around in the air, and I'm like, what are you looking at? I think cats and dogs and animals in general can see things that humans actually can't see. So this is very
What occurred
weird.
before that's most baffling. What
Wow.
looks like a flying object
What
appears
is
to strike the man from inside the house.
Wow.
Now it's worth noting that he's okay, but he did
He's
need a
okay.
couple of stitches afterwards.
He had to get some
But strangely,
stitches.
he doesn't recall what happened. This whole incident is a blur to him as the impact was intense.
He doesn't remember it.
Not much else is known about this occurrence, except that it took place in Colombia. But like most videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions.
Bro, that is so weird. Why would the dog run over there like as if he knew something Yeah, there's something paranormal going on right there, dude. That's weird. All right, this is the next clip right here. Number 8. We got 8 more to look at.
It's nighttime in the following footage when a baby monitor inside a child's crib captures something that its parents have been worried about. It was all caught on the night of October 23rd of 2023. Suffice to say, their concerns have intensified after seeing what was captured. Even worse is that after this incident, their oldest child, who's only a year older, did this. Now before showing the clip, it's worth noting that they were being babysat by a relative who recorded the whole incident.
Okay.
Take a look.
Okay, this is what we saw in the thumbnail. Okay, we got a cute little baby going into a dark room.
Cheyenne.
What? What is the baby looking at?
Cheyenne.
What is the baby looking at? The baby's like trying to grab something. And
Now
starts
what's concerning
crying.
about this is that the parents have seen this behavior before in the house they used to live in.
What?
The house in question is where this footage took place, and it's
my
what
God, there's
happens in it
another
that
one.
made them move out. Living in
Okay.
their old home, their children used to stare at things that didn't appear to be there.
What?
Sometimes they would start crying after staring at nothing. Something was upsetting them, but the parents weren't sure what exactly that
This is
was
creepy, dude.
until they saw this. After watching countless recordings from the baby monitor inside their
Okay,
youngest child's
camera.
crib, one video caught their attention. The following is that video.
Oh god.
Watch.
Okay, so the baby's sleeping. It's literally like not like 4 a.m. right now. Apparently there's something. Hell no. No, bro. No. Don't tell me the baby wakes up. If the baby wakes up, there's definitely something up here. Did you see that shadow? Oh god. Shadow's over there now. Looking over the baby. Yo.
It's for this reason, among others, that the family has moved out of this house.
So this is the same family. This baby right here, this is a video from a long time ago. They moved out of this house because of this video. They saw their baby getting tracked by a spirit. So then they moved out, and then the video of the girl looking in the dark room, that was their other daughter that happened in their new house. What is following you guys, dude?
Believe that what was captured had been the spirit or entity that's been upsetting their children.
Gotta be.
Replaying the footage, one can tell that this black, shadowy mass is anything but a person.
Yeah, it's
the way it glides
definitely
past the
not.
crib,
It-
and the fact that
yeah.
it flies towards the ceiling suggests that this was something else.
Yeah, it was moving so smooth too. Like a human would be like bouncing and stuff like that. That thing moves so smooth.
Whatever this
Nah,
might have
bro.
been, the parents hope that it hasn't made its way into their new home. If so, then they don't know what else to do.
Yeah,
For
that was.
now, the family continues to share videos of paranormal happenings from their past home in the hopes that someone could explain what's happening
I
and
don't
see
e-
if anything must be done to keep them safe.
I have no idea what's going on in that family, bro. You guys got some bad energy. All right, number 7. We got 7 more clips. Do not be your pants. I'm
In the
close.
following video, a teenage boy and his family are taking a tour of a new house they had just moved into.
Okay. They're doing a tour of a new house. That's happy. That's fun.
The family in this footage hasn't had the chance to check out their new home until now. So naturally, out of excitement, they bring a camera to record this moment. But unbeknownst to them, this special occasion would suddenly turn creepy.
Oh,
It would be
gosh.
at this house they recently called home where something very strange happens.
Oh god.
The following is their footage. Take a look.
Oh god. All right, let's see. So they're going up the steps. They're all happy. New house, new vibes.
Just take this off.
This is gonna be creepy, bro. Oh god.
No, I can't take this off. Felipe, I can't take it off.
Does this guy not know how to record? Okay, we can see something. We can see him going up the
Oh, he's at the camera.
Okay. Where's the creepy part?
Where is it?
Oh god.
We could throw a movie in this house, man.
I know.
Oh, there's an attic. No! Why are you going in the attic? No, 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 no. That's your first mistake.
Acting now. You wanna go in there? Let's scream.
That's the attic?
Well, you wanna go in there?
I want to see what's...
Out of nowhere, the sound of a screaming child is heard from somewhere inside the house.
What?
Realizing that no one else was home except an older relative, they bolt out as fast as possible. Wait,
it was the guy and his 2 kids all looking at the attic, and then they heard a kid scream downstairs. He only has 2 kids. What?
What just happened was not normal. Either a child from outside the house had screamed, or,
It didn't
as viewers believe, something else was captured.
It's just weird that it happened right when they were looking at the attic. There must have been like a spirit that lived in the attic.
Listening closely, the scream seems to have come from inside the house, but strangely, there hadn't been another child inside. If no other kid was present, then who was heard on camera?
Who did that?
With no further updates or videos from this family, it remains unknown as to who or even what had spooked them.
They haven't made any updates. They haven't said anything since. They moved into the house with the spirit and got... Bro, that's why you haven't heard from them, bro. They're cooked. All right, this is the next one. Number 6. Come on, come on, come on. Try not to get scared. I'm
on
not
the
gonna
rocky
get scared.
cliffs of an ocean side, a very peculiar video was taken.
Okay.
The video itself starts off by showing a scenic view of the ocean, but apparently it wouldn't just be the ocean that astounds the person recording, but rather something else. They hadn't noticed what was captured until much later, and they were left even
Did
more
that
else.
thing just say,
they hadn't noticed.
life sucks? That's such a bad mindset. Life is so good. I love life. I love life. Whoever
what
put
was
that is
captured
dumb. All right,
until
let's
much
see.
later, and they were left even more spooked after learning that this place has had many people pass away, specifically from jumping off.
What?
Nicole, the person who took this, explains what she captured. Take a look.
Let's see.
Rewatching this video I took of the ocean, and I just now realized I captured a voice. Clearly, it's not my voice.
Look at it, mate. It's the ocean.
A voice clear as day is heard on camera. No one else had been around, which rules out the possibility of this being said by someone close.
There was nobody with her. She was just by herself, and then somebody was talking, but she didn't hear them talking in the moment. She only heard it when she looked back at the video.
Even weirder is that the voice sounds staticky, giving it a robotic quality.
Look at it, mate. It's the ocean.
It does sound like, look at it, man. Look at it. It sounds like an alien.
From Australian to that of a pirate's voice,
Yeah.
viewers believe that this may have been the spirit of someone who unfortunately passed away on this spot. Just like Nicole, they too might have been enjoying the view.
That's also something very weird to say. Look at it, mate. It's the ocean. Yeah, of course it's the ocean. Like, that's something a 2-year-old kid would say. Oh, it's the ocean. Yeah, like, so that had to have
But
been
whether
some
ghost or
ghost-
not, the voice alone is quite strange and continues to baffle Nicole to this day.
Look at it, mate. It's the ocean. All right, next one, number 5. We're now on to the top 5 scariest videos on the internet.
Now the following video comes from Isabel Riley, who no doubt believes that she may have evidence of something that can't be explained. The video she's made shows this evidence, which was captured by her boss, who later shared it with her. According to her boss, he was at a restaurant in New Orleans known as Antoine's. Now at this restaurant, there's a huge wine cellar with hundreds, if not thousands of wine bottles worth millions. So, out of curiosity, he checks it out. But if only he knew what was down there, he wouldn't have gone. While being in the cellar, he snaps a couple of photos, some of which show the owner of the restaurant who is giving him a tour. In one photo, we see the restaurant owner on his laptop, who apparently was placing bids for more wines during an online auction. The boss takes a few more photos and then leaves the restaurant before calling it a day. The next morning, he's on his phone looking at his camera roll when he notices something odd in one of the pictures that he took. Isabel presents those images. Take a look.
So this is the first picture that he showed me from the wine cellar. You
Okay.
can see this guy, who is on his laptop at auction doing
When I first saw this, I thought this was a person peeking, but no, it's just like a hung up jacket. I got so scared. So this is the owner of the wine shop right here on his computer. Nothing weird.
And here is the next picture that he took.
What?
So we all see that. That is a full body apparition.
What?
Looks like a woman in this like black Victorian dress. And when I was showed this, I genuinely had full body chills.
What is that?
That is insane.
How did he not
I've never
notice?
seen anything like this, and I need to not be alone in seeing this because holy.
Unlike anything Isabel
Holy
has ever
crap.
seen, a seemingly
gonna
full-bodied apparition appears clear as day in the pic. A cursed image
looks
is
like
what some
Betty
believe this might
Crocker,
be.
bro.
Others, however, have no idea what was captured.
looks like
If only 2 people had been in the cellar, then who was the third person?
Yeah, who
and
is
why do they
that
appear to be
old
dressed
lady?
in clothes that seem to have come from the 1800s?
That does look like
They,
her.
or it, were nowhere in sight when the photo was taken.
Maybe she was
It's for this reason
buried
that
down
Isabel's
there.
boss is certain that something ghostly was caught.
Like maybe
Whether
back
a
in the
ghost
day
or
she
something
was
else,
buried
viewers
down
can't help
there.
but feel immensely uneasy when looking at this pic.
And then they
They
built.
don't know why, but something about it disturbs them.
Yeah, that's
While
creepy.
Isabel has yet to figure out what was captured, viewers are certain that this was paranormal.
Dude.
But as always, let me know your thoughts on this
Bro,
one.
what if she was buried down there a long time ago, and then they built a wine cellar underground because that's what they do, but they didn't know that there was like a graveyard right next to it. Oh my god, dude. All right, number
Thursday
4.
night, somewhere in Florida, 2 friends decide to record themselves at a slumber party when
Slumber
something pretty
party?
creepy is
I'm
captured.
trying to join.
Both friends hadn't noticed
Getting-
anything peculiar in the video until one of their moms had seen the footage.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home.
Watch
Heather, the mother in
between
question, is baffled by this footage,
Okay, so
given
this
that
is
it
their
took place
mom.
inside her home, where other strange things have happened before. Occasionally, she would catch her dog looking at something that doesn't appear to be there.
Once again,
and
there's
other
dogs
times, she would
looking
see
at
her
stuff.
cat staring at a space that's completely empty. Now, although she thinks there might be an explanation for both common occurrences, she can't say the same for the following incident.
All right, let's see this
footage
video.
is unlike anything she's ever seen. It's late at night when this is captured.
This is my daughter and her friend. Please watch closely between them. No one else was up in my home.
Watch
Look between them right now.
What is that? What is that? What is that, bro?
What was meant to be a fun little video has turned into a scene out of a horror movie. Without realizing
What
it,
is
both
that?
friends have caught something moving in the background.
It looks like a...
It appears briefly for just a split
Like a
second
spirit-
before exiting from view.
Oh,
Whether a person
dude, he reversed the video. I thought the spirit started going back and forth. No, he just reversed it.
or something else. No one had noticed it until the video was sent to Isabel's mother.
What?
It was shortly thereafter that both girls became aware of this mysterious figure.
Dude.
While it is uncertain as to what was captured, they can't
It
help
looks
but
like
think
a ghost is on a roller coaster. It's like going up. Like it's not going straight. It was like going up. It's like the ghost is like going to heaven or something.
that something otherworldly was present
Dude,
during
they
that
were
night.
at a slumber party. They were at a sleepover, bro. I would go home ASAP. All right, this next one apparently is really, really, really juicy. I read the comments before I clicked on this video, and they said number 3 is really, really scary. So
Now this next video was recorded by a security guard who was on duty during the night of October 30th of 2012.
Okay.
The quality of the video may not be the greatest, but it's
Okay.
what happens in it that definitely makes up for it. The guard who took this was disturbed, to say the least. Although where they work is well known for strange happenings, the parking structure of a Costa Rican mall is the last place they would think of as being haunted. But this isn't surprising, as many
Haunted
visitors of this mall
garage?
have caught footage of something strange in the parking lot. It's really the reason why most people don't like parking here at night. Even to this day, security guards are hesitant to patrol the parking lot at night, as stories and videos like this have left them pretty spooked.
Parking
The year is
garage
2012, and on this night, a security guard sees that one of the cameras inside the parking lot is sensing motion.
Motion
The
detected.
space is entirely empty, so there shouldn't be any movement going
Now
on.
that is weird.
Not sure what's happening, the guard calls someone to check the space.
No way.
But as they check, this happens.
No way. Somebody actually went. All right, let's see. This blurry old video. He was recording on a mechanical pencil. Somebody's walking to go look. Oh my god. He said, look behind you, and he looks behind him. Dude. I think there was something. Did you see something?
Correcto, correcto.
I
Aquí
saw
salió algo
something
raro.
weird. Oh my God, you better come back here.
Y véngate mejor.
What? Dude. What the hell was that? Don't tell me there's more. No.
As seen on video, the parking structure is devoid of any visitors during this time. It becomes apparent as to what was being picked up by the camera. A dark, shadow-like figure that appears out of nowhere. In a stealthy manner, the shadow inches closer and closer to the unsuspecting guard before suddenly vanishing in an instant. Although taken in
it went away right before he turned around. That is
visitors
creepy,
continue to
bro.
report strange occurrences within this parking lot, and no doubt believe that the San Pedro Mall in Costa Rica is haunted.
This is a San Pedro Mall in Costa Rica. What the heck? Bro, I never heard about a mall being haunted. Even a mall's parking lot being haunted. That is creepy. And that guy didn't even know that he had a ghost right behind him. Imagine how he felt when he came back in and the guy showed him the video of the ghost behind him. Oh my God. All right, here's number 2. Let's do it. Oh God, this is gonna be creepy.
Now this next video comes from a woman named Kels, who in 2020 caught footage of something she can't explain to this day. The majority of her videos consist of her in front of a camera while doing tarot card readings. She's been doing this for quite some time now, but among all her videos, one in particular stands out from the rest. It was while doing a tarot card reading that Kels captured this.
I keep hearing stop. The music just stopped. Weird. Anyway, I keep hearing stop. And the fan just turned on. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. In order for you to go where you need to go, you need to stop where you are now and let spirit take over. With the 4 of Wands card, I'm definitely seeing there's a union. There's somebody waiting for you on the other side in love. But you also have opportunities coming in.
What's she talking about?
Your spiritual journey. Your spiritual journey about to take a whole new level, a whole new turn.
So she's talking about
because you've been patient for so long. If you look at the let's see if I can get close. If you look at the Eight of Pentacles,
To Kels, this occurrence doesn't faze her, considering that this has happened many times before. It was just then that she was able to get it on camera. Despite the music stopping on cue and the fan suddenly turning on only seconds later, Kels does not think this was merely a coincidence, but rather someone or something trying to communicate with her. Everything that went on during this moment, according to her, was a sign. But of course, like all videos, you be the judge.
Dude, she
was
wasn't
something supernatural at
Bro,
work here.
she didn't even care. I thought she was gonna get like punched by the ghost. She didn't even care, but she's been living with them ghosts. She don't give a damn. All right, number 1, the scariest video on the internet
In this last
right
video, a woman named Rosanna is lying in bed when the most disturbing thing is caught on camera. Now, although she was terrified to the point of being
What is that?
paralyzed
What is that? Is that the face?
by fear, she tries her best to
Why is that creepy
film
as hell?
this incident, and for good
I'm about to
reason.
start crying.
Getting this on camera would be the best evidence she's had so far in trying to prove that something isn't right with her apartment. Her place is not what it seems, and it's for this reason that her children can't live with her. Things at home have gotten so bad that she fears for their safety, including her cats. In one video, Rosanna's cat does this.
Oh no. There's something wrong with your house, bro. If your cat is growling at nothing, there's something wrong with your house. I mentioned how my cats like look around and stuff. My cats just might have autism or something. They might just be dumb. But dude, your cat growling? No.
Hey! Hey!
Dude, the cat is fighting
Rosanna's
nothing.
choice to keep her family away from this place is mainly due to this and many other occurrences.
Dude, move out.
But as of recent, something's happened that's
What is that? What is that? That's so creepy.
Convinced her to keep not just the family away, but also herself. It's late at night when this is captured.
What is that? Dude, what is that? Why is that bag swinging? She's breathing so hard. No. Nope, that's a ghost. That's a ghost. And I don't know what that is. It might be a book or something, but it looks like a face. I don't know what that said. That's Spanish. Dude, that's a gun. Wow. Wow, dude. That's actually a ghost. Books falling off the shelf is What was that? Did something just explode in her? Dude, the ghost is making a fire or something. The ghost is a caveman. Is her cat cooking food? This 8 most disturbing things caught on a doorbell camera footage. And look at this lady. If I saw this lady outside my door on my Ring doorbell camera, I think I'm going outside with a shovel and just kill it, bro. Oh my God, I'm gonna check this video out. I wanna see some scary ass doorbell camera footage. Let's check this out. 4 million views almost. This is insane. Let's check it out. Oh God. Most disturbing things caught on doorbell footage. This is gonna be scary, bro. Try not to get scared, everybody.
This footage was captured in Flint, Michigan on April 24th, 2023.
Hold on. Flint, Michigan? That's like the worst city in the world. Of course this is gonna happen.
The house had 2 Ring cameras, one above the garage, and the other was a Ring doorbell camera.
Okay.
Around 10 p.m., a man in a red jacket and another person just behind him are shown walking up to the house's front door.
Oh, that's weird as hell.
Before knocking or ringing the doorbell, the man in the jacket immediately starts trying to break down the door.
Wow, with his leg? He's trying to do this, bro. He's trying to like kick the hell out of the door. That's messed, bro. If somebody tries doing that to my house, I dare you to come through. I dare you to try to break in. Listen to this. He's really trying to break the door down, bro. Did he show his face? Yeah, he did, right there. They literally know who he is. You're so stupid, bro. Everybody's straight butt shot
from the impacts, but the door itself doesn't budge. After those few seconds, the man walks around to the house's side door and again immediately starts trying to break it down.
What?
By this point, the homeowner had woken up in a panic and was checking their camera's feed for an explanation. They noticed their doorbell camera on the ground, and so they switched over to their other camera.
Oh man.
As the banging noise rang out throughout the house, they could now see what was causing it.
Damn, so somebody woke up in the middle of the night and looked at their cameras and there's 2 guys outside trying to break in. What do you do in this situation? Do you call the cops? It's gonna take like 5 hours. Not 5 hours, it's gonna take like 5 minutes for them to show up. What do you do?
The homeowner's voice coming over the speaker was enough to scare the 2 men.
Oh snap, they got scared by the voice.
Police were called out to the property. When they reviewed the footage, they noted that one of the men was armed.
Oh damn, he had a
What these 2 men planned to do with the people inside if they had successfully broken in is unknown.
That's insane, bro. Imagine being asleep and then you look at your camera because you hear like bang, bang, bang outside and you're like, oh damn, maybe like my DoorDash is arriving. And you look and like, holy cow, somebody's trying to break my door down. And then his buddy has a weapon. Bro, I don't know what I'd do in that situation. I might go outside and start punching.
It's unclear if they were ever identified by police.
Damn, they don't know if they ever caught them, so they could be out there doing that now. Y'all, bro, anybody out here watching this, bro, y'all gotta be safe, bro. They got cameras everywhere. Don't do stupid stuff, bro. You're gonna get caught doing some stupid stuff. If anybody ever is doing some stupid stuff, you're gonna get caught. That's what I'm saying, bro. Cameras are everywhere.
The clip was captured at 3 in the morning on April 9th,
3 a.m.?
2023. It happened in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
What the hell is that? Bro! Dude, if I look outside and I see this lady, oh my God. This is the type of person who would live in New Mexico. That's all I'm saying. What is she doing? Is she trying to like open the door with the key? The key doesn't work.
The homeowner was sleeping when the clip was recorded. It wasn't until he woke up and saw a notification on his phone that he found out about it.
Bro, this dude was asleep when this was happening. He woke up, looked at his phone, and there's just a creepy lady trying to get into his house.
He reviewed the footage, horrified. This is what he saw.
Oh my God.
A woman is shown trying multiple different keys to get into the house and even looking around for a hidden one.
She's looking for a hidden key? This lady's tripping. Look at this. She's trying to... Yo, what's on her nose? Is she like bleeding? What is up with this lady, bro? She's using every single key. That's not even a key. That looked like a revolver. Look at that. That's not even a key. It's a revolver chain. Oh my God, she's tweaking. I've never seen somebody tweak harder.
The homeowner claimed that he had never seen this woman before. He said that she later started throwing rocks at his car and trying those locks.
What?
It's likely she was under the influence of something.
Yeah.
Multiple times she tries to insert keys into the doorbell camera itself. After
hold on. Why is she trying to insert keys into the doorbell camera? I'm pretty sure a Ring doorbell doesn't even have a key. I'm pretty sure it's like a keypad. What are you trying to put a damn key into?
A few minutes, she walks off and was never seen on the property again.
She was never seen again?
Her intentions are unknown.
Yeah, what was she trying to do, bruh? You know, actually, this is a crazy story. About a year ago, I was sleeping, right? I was just sleeping. It was like maybe 4 a.m. Pitch black outside. And I heard somebody I heard my doorbell ring outside. I don't have a Ring doorbell. I just have a normal doorbell. So they rang it. And I was like, who the hell's ringing the doorbell this late? It kind of spooked me. I was woken up out of my sleep. What the hell? So I look outside my window. How my room works is I have like a window right here, basically. And I can look outside and see my front door from here. So I wake up and I'm like, who the hell? So I look out and there's a guy just standing outside of my door, my front door, just waiting. And then I'm looking at him, I'm like, what the hell? Who the hell is this guy? And he tries unlocking the door. Thankfully, it was locked. Sometimes I leave my doors unlocked. I don't know why. I forget. But it was locked. And dude, if I left it unlocked, because I do all the time, if I would have left it unlocked, he would have went into my house. And I don't know. But here's the craziest part about the story. I see him, so I end up calling the cops. And then he ends up running away. Like, he ends up like walking away. He doesn't see me. He ends up walking away and I never see him. And then I call the cops. I'm like, there was a random guy in like neon green shirt just trying to get into my house. And they're like, okay, yeah, we got other reports. People have called. He was trying to get into other people's houses in my neighborhood too. But then the next day I found out that he successfully got into somebody's house. One of my neighbors, he actually went into their house because he was trying everybody's doors and every single door was locked. He actually successfully got into somebody's house in my neighborhood. And guess what happened? He went into their house, right? And he went into their kitchen and he started eating. He started getting like milk and fruit and like food all out. And the story that I heard was that somebody woke up because they heard somebody in their kitchen. So like, who the hell? Like, is it my son? Is it somebody? So they go to their kitchen to see who's eating food at 4:14 a.m. And they see the guy just eating their food. And then he says, hey, mom. What? So the person who found him was a girl. And he looks at this guy was like a 35-year-old man. He looks at the person. He's like, hey, mom, while eating their food in their kitchen at 4 a.m. That's insane. Make sure y'all keep your doors locked.
Walter Hickox is a homeowner in Daytona Beach, Florida. His home is set out in a wooded section of the city. In January of 2022, Walter was taking his 3 dogs out onto the porch. And he noticed one of them intently looking at something outside.
Oh man.
The dogs suddenly start running to the left side of the camera, and that's when Walter realizes they were looking at a black bear.
A bear?
The bear climbs over a protective railing as it goes for the dogs. With barely any time to process what he was seeing,
bro, this dude's a badass.
At the bear as it goes for
he sees a bear coming into his porch.
His dogs.
He just starts.
He manages to push it back before he shoves a nearby chair in the doorway, preventing it from attacking again.
Wow.
He yells out that he was attacked by a bear as he brings his dogs back inside.
Imagine hearing that, bro. It's like the middle of the night. You're taking your dogs out, and then you hear somebody saying, I just got attacked by a bear. I'd be like, boy, what the fuck? Are you tweaking? Go to bed. What are you playing, Ark Survival?
When I had time to just sit and just stare, it all hit me, and I started bawling. I couldn't believe how close to death I was, and I did it for my dogs.
Even your dogs, bro. Even the dogs, because look, it looks like the bear was trying to get the dogs.
His dogs didn't receive any injuries.
Wow. That dude's a beast, I ain't gonna lie.
This homeowner in Texas got a knock at their door for a DoorDash delivery around 1:20 in the morning.
DoorDash?
Only the homeowner hadn't ordered DoorDash. She was sleeping.
Huh? Somebody showed up to her door with DoorDash, food delivery, at 1 a.m., but she didn't even order DoorDash. This is weird.
It was only her and her nephew in the home at the time. She remembers waking up to a metal clinking sound, but didn't think much of it until she noticed damage to the outside of her house the next morning. This caused her to look back at her cameras, both the footage from her doorbell camera and the one she had set up in her backyard.
Oh, they were
This
in the
is what she saw.
backyard, bro. So somebody's doing a fake DoorDash delivery. Maybe to like distract them. And then someone's gonna come from the backyard maybe. She's banging hard as hell at the door. Oh, what?
DoorDash.
DoorDash. Nope. Oh my god. What? 4 guys?
The first video isn't as concerning. A woman standing at the door,
I mean, that's
claiming
not that
to be
creepy.
with DoorDash from 1:20 a.m. to 2 a.m. This could be written off as a determined delivery driver that unknowingly had the wrong address. But it was the backyard footage that was genuinely concerning.
He didn't even know there was a
At
trampoline
2
there. Look at
a.m.,
that.
4 men got into the backyard and tried to gain entry into the home through a window. It's likely they planned on entering through the front door by ambushing the person that opened it for the DoorDash delivery.
Oh.
But when no one answered,
So they had this girl act like they were doing a delivery, right? Those 4 guys, once somebody opened the door and were like, oh, I didn't get delivered, they were going to run through, push through the house. Oh my.
They resorted to trying the backyard while the fake DoorDash deliverer stayed out front as a distraction.
Wow. Oh my
However,
god. Just
unfortunately,
vomited.
the men would be unsuccessful and are shown running away from the house on the backyard camera.
Just tripping, bro. Y'all
The
are
4
so
men
desperate.
and the woman at the front door were all seen leaving the area together in a dark-colored sedan.
Yep, she was in on it.
They were never caught by police.
What, bro? I mean, I guess you don't have a good angle of her face, but bro. They definitely probably did this to a different house and succeeded, bro. Y'all are so desperate, bro. Like, find a way to make your own money, bro. Find a way to get a job or something, dude. You don't gotta rob people, dude. Do something. You're so desperate and lame.
In June of 2019, multiple homes in Chicago got a visit from a man claiming to be an investigator known as Jeff Rushmore. The only problem is that man doesn't exist.
What?
He was impersonating an investigator with the local police department, fully equipped with a fake uniform, a fake badge, and fake police radio chatter. This Ring camera caught him performing the act.
What? Acting like a policeman?
Can you open the door? Squad 86, I got you en route. Hill Park District 821 is going to be the 6th person. 981.
Okay, low key, if I saw this guy outside my house, I would probably open the door because he's got his badge right here and you hear the police chatter on his little walkie-talkie. I'd probably open the door. Damn. Oh, I probably would have died.
The video cuts out there. The man explains a missing person case, and when the homeowner says he doesn't know anything about it, the interaction ends.
Huh.
The motives behind him impersonating an investigator are unknown. Often there are cases like this where the man is simply trying to get people to open their door thinking they're safe, but proceed to rob them, or sometimes worse.
Yeah.
However,
I mean, you act like a cop and then you tell someone to open their door and you can just run in and like punch them and go through their...
He doesn't do this. No one knows his motives. One commenter said, "I honestly believe he was testing the waters, and as he felt more confident, he would have escalated from getting people to open their door to entering into people's homes to only God knows what next." According to recent documents, the man was never identified.
He was never identified, so he's probably doing this stuff to this day. I mean, think about it, bro. He successfully got somebody to open their door, saying like, oh, you know, police, I'm an investigator with the police department or whatever, and, you know, one of your neighbors is missing or whatever. What if he pulled up to like an elderly old lady's house and she was just like, oh, okay, Sonny, I'll talk to you about the missing persons report. And let's say this old lady invites him into her house. Boom! Free reign! Ah! Dude, these people are getting too smart, bro. We got to capture this guy. This little stupid... Whenever he started talking, I really wanted to laugh because he sounds like a little chump. Like, hey, I'm John Winthrop with the police department. Bro, they ain't gonna hire your little twerp ass. Come on, bro. I dare him to come to my house.
Captured in Kansas City. The doorbell footage shows a man appearing on the left side of the screen,
What the hell?
climbing on the guardrail.
What the hell?
He was trying to stay out of frame as he attempted to take the Ring camera off of the home.
Bro!
Inside the home was a woman and her son.
Oh,
the man was the woman's ex-boyfriend.
Bro,
he failed to remove the camera, so he left.
Y'all be
Returned
so
30
weird.
minutes later. This time he had a cloth to cover the camera.
Oh my god. He left to go get a cloth so he could cover the camera with like a towel. Dude, y'all be so desperate. Come on. Look, so he ends up failing. He comes back 30 minutes later and covers the camera, I see. Oh my God, bro.
3 minutes later, the homeowner's son ran into her room, frantic, telling her their car was on fire. Police and firefighters were called to the scene, but not before the fire destroyed their car and most of their home.
Oh my God, this dude burnt their house down. That is not what I expected.
An expert in abusive relationships responded with, abusive relationships are about power and control. And when that power and control is taken away or it's minimized, then what we see is those efforts are escalated to try and get them back. Police are currently looking for the homeowner's ex-boyfriend seen in the video.
They're still looking for him? They're still looking for him? Oh my God.
This happened in April of 2023 in a wooded section of Asheville, North Carolina.
Asheville, North Carolina. That's a nice place.
The homeowner of this house got a notification saying motion was detected at her front door.
Multiple bears?
She opened the app on her phone and saw 3 bears on her front porch. They were tearing open a package that had recently been delivered.
Bro, these bears are tearing into an Amazon package. That's so annoying, bro. What if you get like a brand new PlayStation controller and they just be eating that shit?
Inside the package was dog food, which they easily would have been able to smell.
Dog food.
The homeowner opened her door and confronted the animals, trying to scare them off.
They got balls, bro. If I saw bears outside my front door, I'm getting a gun. I'm not opening the door. I'm shooting them through the window. Yeah, I'm gonna get a peek. I'm gonna peek them. I'm gonna hit them with a Call of Duty jumps and spots, T. Martin style. Bow! Shoot that. I like how the mom bear was the first one to be scared. Damn, they still took the damn dog food.
The bears take one of the 2 bags of dog food inside the package.
These bears are
savage.
savage.
On the right side of the screen with the bag in their mouth as they walk off.
Damn, look at those them bears up there. I'm gonna have to move my face cam, but I'm gonna try. I got y'all.
It shows a man ringing the doorbell to this home in Rochester, New York.
Is he getting under the car?
Immediately after, he hides behind a parked car. He's seen crouched down, holding some kind of club in his hand, breathing heavily and sweating profusely.
What?
He nervously looks back and forth from out of the street to back at the house's front door.
This dude rings the doorbell and then just sits down and hides behind their car. Bro, what? I dare this to happen to me, bro. I dare somebody to do this to me, bro. I swear I dare it. He's just looking. Look at him. I mean, what is he doing? Dude, in this case, you don't open the door. I think you just call the cops in this case. Because you don't know what he's going to do. He could swing on you with that thing in his hand. What is he doing, bro? Just tripping.
The man clearly looks to be on something.
Yeah.
When he realizes no one was going to answer the door, he walks away.
Just walks away.
Another minute passes when a voice yells out that the police are on their way.
Oh my God, they're talking to him through the doorbell. Wait.
It's unclear whose voice this is. There
could
are
be
2
his
main
voice.
possibilities here. Either this man was hiding from someone for one reason or another, and he was trying to get inside a house so that he wouldn't be found.
Maybe.
The voice being the person he was hiding from. Or he was trying to bait the homeowner into opening the door, where he then planned to do who knows what.
Damn.
The voice here being a concerned neighbor that saw what he was doing. Damn. Either way, the man most likely did not have the best intentions.
Right, I mean, this is weird, bro. Make sure y'all always keep y'all doors locked. If y'all want me to react to some more disturbing things, let me know. Try not to get scared. Peace out. What's up, dummies? Today we're about to react to 10 terrifying dashcam moments caught on camera. Look at this. This freaking semi-truck is about to flatten this car on the highway. We're gonna see a ton of crazy moments caught on cameras that people had in their car. This is gonna be insane. Try not to get scared. Try not to laugh. Whatever this is, let's go.
Who fell asleep and flipped his wrist.
Damn!
And an underground explosion in China that sent dozens of manhole covers flying into the air.
This is why I'm never going to
call
China,
in
bro.
Lancashire, England,
I'm never
that
going to
launched
China.
This compact car onto its side.
What the hell?
And a Russian crane operator who must have forgotten the meaning of low clearance.
Oh!
Here are 10 more terrifying moments caught on dash
He's saying
cam.
subscribe to him. Y'all can subscribe to him if you want. Subscribe to me if you want. Who cares? I don't really care. Let's go. Number 10.
Lancaster, England is a small city in Lancashire. It's
Okay.
home to about 55,000 people, including one of the calmest car crash victims you'll ever meet. It was early January of 2016. Christopher Telford was heading home in his 3-door Toyota Yaris when he decided to test
Did he just say 3-door? This car has 3 doors? Toyota Yaris. Nice.
out his new head-mounted camera. To him, the gorgeous English countryside would make the perfect first video. Little did he know, he was about to capture the closest call of his life.
So this isn't even a dash cam. This is somebody recording. He was trying to record his brand new car. It seems like he's going pretty fast. I don't know. It says right down here, there's no serious injuries. Oh yeah, by the way, YouTube, nobody died, nobody got hurt in this video. This is all fake, so don't delete me, okay? Oh God. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, nobody was hurt. Whoa, nobody was hurt. Nobody was hurt.
Scary.
He said that was scary.
Dear. I'm uninjured. I'm uninjured.
He's uninjured.
Let me. Not sorry. Okay, no anger. No anger. Let's just. I'm sorry. Let's just take this calmly.
Now that might
This
be
guy's
the
a beast. He was like, don't be angry. Don't be angry. Let's be calm. Even though he was the one who flipped over. Normally people in his situation would be like, ah! I like this guy.
most British reaction to something we have ever seen. According to Christopher, he was traveling around 60 miles per hour, which abided by the posted speed limit. As he topped the blind hill, he saw the BMW trying to pass someone in the opposite lane. But instead of slowing down, the BMW seemed to speed up, trying to beat Christopher's
If I'm
Toyota.
being honest, I wouldn't have crashed right here.
Understandably,
Like,
Christopher panicked and slammed his
I would've been
brakes,
like, oh,
only for them
snap.
to lock up and send his car into a slide.
Oh,
he turned
okay.
left, hit the wall, and wound up on his
so
side
that's what
moments
happened.
later.
So he hit the brakes. So then when he turned a little bit, the car just boom. Okay.
Luckily,
okay.
his compact car absorbed the brunt of the damage. He only
Look at
walked
him.
away.
This guy's badass.
Luckily,
Look
his
at him in the
compact
mirror.
car
While he's flipped
absorbed
over,
the
look. He's like,
brunt of the
bro,
damage.
what's going on?
He only
He
walked
didn't
away
give a
with minor
damn.
bumps, scrapes, and bruises. Police handled things with the BMW driver, and Christopher enjoyed a laugh and a spot of tea with one of his neighbors.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, number 9. We're going to see some crazy stuff. Caught on camera.
Anshan, China is a prefecture-level city in southeastern Liaoning.
Of course this is in China, bro.
It's home to about 3.3 million people.
I'm never
all
going
of
to China.
whom rely on the same sewage system to get rid of their, shall we say, undesirable.
Wait, this whole city in China relies on the same sewage system. So every time somebody takes a poop or pees, it goes into the same thing, the whole city?
As you can imagine,
See, I
plenty
told y'all
of
I'm not going to
methane gas
China. Like,
lurks
y'all
beneath
always
the
comment and say,
streets.
why do you hate
On
China?
August 17th
Look,
of
it smells like
2024, a local man was driving along when all that
What
methane
type of car is that? See, this is why I'm not going to China, bro. This is a circle.
allegedly exploded underground. Lucky for us, his dash cam was rolling and captured the whole thing. Keep your eye on the trees lining the right side
All
of
right,
the
look
road.
at the trees.
Everything seems normal until boom! An underground
What
explosion
the
sends dozens
hell?
of manhole covers flying into the air.
And the reason he was talking about the poop and sewage system is because this is connected to the poop system. So it shot up a bunch of poop. Oh.
Smoke, debris, and God knows what billow up from the openings. We cannot begin to imagine how bad it must have smelled. But this
just
is only
said
the
that.
beginning of their problems. Seconds after the explosion, manhole covers begin raining down on the cars. Watch how close this one comes
Whoa.
to hitting the white car. It
Whoa,
bounces like
that's like a freaking Oreo cracker, dude. That thing looks like a humongous
250-pound basketball and lands safe.
What the hell is he talking about? Basketball? I did not see no basketball.
On the other side.
The hell?
Imagine if it landed on their roof. Cell phone footage of the immediate aftermath shows how much damage the explosion actually caused.
Damn. That is the road. Wow, I bet there was a lot of traffic after that. Y'all gonna have to get out and start walking. Why are they still driving? What the hell are they saying? Dude, they should make something that like translates instantly. Like YouTube in like 5 years is probably gonna have something that translates all voices. Because look, if I turn on the caption, it don't even pick it up. They don't
According
even know.
to local officials, nobody was hurt during the blast. They
Hopefully.
aren't giving any direct answers about what caused the explosion. However, methane buildup seems to be the most plausible scenario. Some have even suggested
that goofy
methane
ass
buildup
bus!
seems to
You
be
see
the
that?
most plausible scenario.
Why does this bus have ears? What the fu- I'm never going to China. All right, number
All
8.
50 U.S. states have move-over laws. These require drivers to slow down and change lanes whenever they see an emergency.
I just did that. I was just eating dinner, and there was a car parked on the side of the road, so I had to move over. I just did that.
Such as a fire truck, cop car, or ambulance pulled over on the shoulder. Unfortunately, many American drivers are unaware of these laws and how they keep emergency workers safe. On January 18th of 2024, Oklahoma State Trooper Jesse Gregory became the poster boy for move-over laws. He was conducting a routine traffic stop on the side of I-40 when, all of a sudden, his life flashed before his eyes. By an absolute miracle,
Nobody was
Trooper
hurt.
Gregory walked away from the accident with only minor injuries.
No
Both
injuries.
drivers were also okay and were released from the hospital that day. Trooper Gregory thanked God for saving his life. When asked if he had a message for other drivers,
Look at this.
he said, "When you see
Boom,
us,
nobody
please
was
slow
hurt.
down."
Nobody was hurt, by the way.
happened to another highway patrol officer in Utah. Only this time, it involved 2 semi-trucks, one
What?
of which was carrying about 1,000 pounds of eggs. It
Oh
was
my
March 2nd
God, dude, I bet his boss was so mad. He crashed with a bunch of food.
2022. Our Utah trooper had just pulled over a semi-truck on I-80 for, ironically, move-over violations. This officer is
my
lucky he
gosh.
approached
Look at all
from the
those
passenger
eggs.
side. Had he gone around to the driver, well...
Dude, did some of them turn into birds? Did I just see some birds flying?
He approached from the passenger
Holy
side. Had he
cow,
gone
no.
around to the driver...
Good thing nobody
well,
ate those
he'd
eggs.
rather not think about it.
Imagine you crack open an egg and a little bird comes out. What the hell? Oh man, this is the live footage of the crash where nobody was hurt, by the way. This is GTA 5. Nobody was hurt.
36, we have a 1050 rollover, semi blocking both lanes. Expedite
This
fire.
is GTA
Got lane
6.
shut down.
YouTube. Dude, look at all them eggs. I would have taken them. Oh my God.
Copy. Can you advise 173 if he's not aware already?
Dude, that's traffic. The traffic was...
173, do you copy?
Nobody was hurt.
I copy. I'm in route.
12436, semi is in the median. It is on fire, and we have small explosions going off.
10-4.
Semi appears to have been transporting eggs.
Yeah,
Thankfully, everyone involved lived to tell the tale. The
Wow.
truckers he initially pulled over were okay, and the egg truck driver walked away with a few bumps and bruises. As for the people in the black
Stop the
SUV,
cap.
they suffered some significant injuries.
No, they didn't.
But were treated at a Salt Lake Valley hospital.
They were good.
This clip and the one before are exactly why you should move over for
Hell
emergency
no,
vehicles.
bro. He did not just say exactly. Oh my God, that's so cringe. All right, number 7. Let's get rid of the cringe.
China is no stranger to rock slides. From an overworked Malaysian truck driver,
All
China
right.
is no
I guess
stranger to rock slides
China's
and
crazy, bro.
landslides.
All right.
The mountainous terrain and subtropical climate means one
Look at
can
that. That's just like Dookie, dude. Who wants to go there?
strike anywhere at any time. The people are used to it and can typically recognize the signs, but that doesn't mean one won't catch them off guard. It was August 20th of 2023. Locals outside Ya'an, China, a prefecture-level city in Sichuan province, were driving along a winding road when the rocks began falling. Our driver was lucky enough to avoid the landslide, but we can't say the same for the people in the blue car.
Nobody died, YouTube.
Let's see that one more time in slow motion. The initial landslide
All
blocked
of
the
the
blue
land
car and stopped it from escaping. However, our driver turns before we see the
gosh.
second. Judging by the aftermath, we can only assume that something massive landed on the blue car's roof.
Nobody was hurt, by the way. I'm skipping this. I don't like China. Number 6. Come on, no China.
Sarov, Russia is a closed town, meaning that people coming and going need explicit permission from local authorities.
Wait, what? It's a closed town, which means if you go there, you need permission to go, and if you leave, you need permission to leave? Dude, I didn't know there was such thing as a closed town. That is sick.
These towns typically house sensitive military assets or secret research projects the Russian government wants to keep under tight control.
Wow.
In the case of Sarov, it acts as Russia's center for nuclear research.
Dude, what
now,
the heck?
people in a nuclear research town are typically smart enough to understand low clearance signs a few feet. Looking closely at the truck, you can see where the red crate prevented the crane arm from coming down. Someone must have gotten lazy and loaded this shipment onto the wrong truck. Before it left, that person likely shrugged and said,
stupid.
"What could possibly go wrong?"
His ass got fired. Number 5.
On April 3rd of 2024, a 7.4 magnitude earthquake struck south of Hualien City in Taiwan. It was
I
the
was about to
strongest
say.
quake to hit the island since the 1999 Gigi earthquake and produced several aftershocks measuring above 6.0 in magnitude. The tremor left a few buildings leaning at precarious angles.
That's weird.
One of those structures was a
Dude,
30-year-old
are people
building that
inside
housed
that-
several apartments and a breakfast bar on the ground floor.
Okay,
Happy
that's
Moments
definitely-
Cafe was a hot spot for coffee and a quick morning bite. It was busy the morning the earthquake struck.
Somebody
Those
caught the
inside
earthquake
owe
on
the owner
camera.
their lives.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Dude, everybody ran out of that cafe. What if you were like, bro, that's all right. It don't matter. Earthquake ain't gonna hurt nobody eating your eggs. Whole building falls off.
Those on the ground floor may have escaped, but several families were still trapped in the apartments
That's
above.
kind of cool, being trapped in an apartment that's tilted. It's like your whole house, but just this way now. Like, your TV would be like over here. Like, that's kind of cool. I always imagined as a kid, like, what if you could walk on the ceiling? Like, so sometimes I would like lay down, right? I would lay down upside down, and I'd be like, what if I was walking on the ceiling? Like, what if I had to walk through the door, over the door? Like, what if my house was upside down? That'd be so sick. These people actually lived that reality. Say goodbye to your restaurant. That sucks. Yeah, brunch. Yeah, brunch. Yeah, not anymore. More like crunch. That thing is literally crunch. You are done. Wait, why do they have English right there? They speak English in Taiwan?
Now let's rewind and watch how close these people came to being flattened like pancakes.
Yeah, I mean, that's like
According to
10
reports, the owner
pancakes,
sprung
that's
into
funny.
action when the ground began shaking. He ushered 17 people out the door, with the last one stumbling out about 2 seconds before the building collapsed.
Wow.
Thanks to the owner's quick thinking, nobody inside the
That kid has no idea what just happened.
was hurt. Unfortunately, his business was a total loss, as were many others affected by the April earthquake.
Wow. You just... Number 4!
The following video from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, should serve
about
as a
to say.
gentle reminder to always wear your helmet. You may be the best biker in the world, but you still can't predict the behavior of others.
Right.
It was November 3rd of 2021. Traffic was moving steadily along the
2021.
Cyberjaya Expressway
like
in
5
Kuala
years
Lumpur,
ago.
Malaysia's largest city. A local man was driving along when a semi-truck pulled ahead of him. It was impossible not to
The hell
notice
is
the
that?
loose-fitting tarp. Was this real life or a scene from Final Destination? Judging by what happened next, we're leaning toward the latter. Forget about the first scooter rider you see. He makes it safely around the truck and drives off, blissfully unaware of the danger he just avoided. A few moments later, another scooter carrying 2 people approaches and tails behind the semi.
You gotta get
Meanwhile,
away
the
from him.
tarp blows like Batman's cape in the wind.
Whoa!
It comes loose, wraps around them, and blinds the driver. They veer left, and the driver tries to course correct, but it's too late. The scooter falls, and both riders slide on the pavement. Thankfully, their helmets prevented them from suffering a significant brain injury. Bikers
Right,
and
they're
scooter
okay.
riders, listen up. always wear your protective
Nobody got hurt.
gear.
See, they're okay.
You never know.
Dude, that is insane. This tarp.
Two people approaches and
falls
tails
off this
behind the
freak.
semi.
Imagine you're
Meanwhile,
driving.
the tarp blows
And then you
like
just get like
Batman's
a
cape in the
blanket.
wind.
But instead of
comes
it being
loose,
around you, it's
wraps
around your
around them,
head.
and
It's like
blinds the
instantly a black screen, dude. What the? It's like you got flashbanged. All right, number 3.
On August 29th of 2021, Hurricane Ida made landfall in southern Louisiana.
Dude.
The Category 4 storm was among the
I just moved to North Carolina. That's why you guys see like a new room or whatever. Dude, North Carolina, where I'm at, has hurricanes. So if there's ever a hurricane, we're going to do crazy vlogs. My house might look like that. That would be crazy.
Most destructive hurricanes to hit the U.S. since Katrina. Ironically, it happened on the same day as Katrina, only 16 years later. Powerful winds and torrential rains battered the Louisiana coast. Authorities issued evacuation orders, with some people retreating to sturdy parking garages to weather the storm. That's where this Kia
Bad
driver
idea.
found himself as Ida made landfall. Curiosity got the better of him, and he decided to venture out to see if it was as bad as they were saying. Spoiler
Looks
alert,
bad.
it was. Now, he should have taken that near miss as a sign from the Almighty. Turn
kept
around,
going?
Mr. Kia driver. Things are about to go from bad to worse.
No way, bro. His car's getting moved. Oh my god, that's water.
No.
Bro, what are you doing? Somebody's calling him.
Before his Kia began floating. At this point, he could only pray he didn't get washed out to sea. Unfortunately, the video ends before we learn his fate. Luckily, he survived the ordeal after making it to a nearby garage. He remained there for 3 hours as 100-mile-per-hour winds smashed the walls and ripped off the garage door. That's when he saw a pair of headlights coming and was able to flag down the driver. They were likely driving a heavy-duty truck better equipped to handle rough conditions. In the end, our Kia driver learned why we say curiosity killed the cat.
Yeah! Number 2!
Shah Alam, Malaysia, which roughly translates to ruler of the universe, is a bustling city and the capital of Selangor State. It's home to about 740,000 people and a sleepy truck driver who could use a day off. To get through his long shifts, this 33-year-old driver relies on a popular recreational drug called yaba. It's essentially the Southeast Asian equivalent of methamphetamine. When the drug kicks in, users feel a burst of energy and euphoria. When it wears off, they tend to crash and burn, literally.
This is from the thumbnail. Whoa! Oh my god, he saved it. Okay. Nobody was hurt. This is GTA 8. Dude, when do y'all think GTA 8's gonna come out? Like 2058? That's a good guess. It might come out in 2058.
When police arrived, they determined that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. However, they know how popular yaba is.
What the hell was he doing in his dream to fall asleep and then have this happen? What are you dreaming about? Just. Alright, we got a bonus clip right here before number 1. This is cool. Awesome.
Dongguan, China is a
Alright, I'm not watching that. Alright, number 1! Let's go!
Have you ever looked at a decrepit house and thought, yep, that thing's bound to collapse?
Wow.
Well, that's what these Russian people were thinking as they drove by a rundown building off the side of a busy street. It was December 13th of 2021.
Saratov.
Traffic was moving steadily in Saratov, the largest city within the Saratov Oblast. One local man had his dash cam rolling when he passed one
Bro,
of the
they got Uber in Russia! Dude, Uber is so cool.
those old ruined buildings. What happened next shouldn't have come as a surprise.
What the hell does that stop sign say? Seaton. Seaton. What does that mean?
To anyone.
That building just fell over. That is so cool. Nobody was hurt. Nobody's in that car right there, YouTube. Dude.
It seems like the white car bore the brunt of the collapse. Several people, including our driver and passenger, walked over to help. They opened the door and pulled the driver out of the car. Hopefully, they weren't banged up too badly.
They
Now
weren't.
let's rewind to moments before the collapse. Look at how close these two people came to getting flattened. Imagine if they were wearing headphones or just not paying attention. Nobody
Dude,
would have
I'm never
emerged
wearing
from under
headphones
that rubble
again.
alive. It's unclear why that building was...
Dude, why does this building have a RE6HUYA? What type of business is called Rusixhuya? Dude, I'm never going to Russia again. What the? I've never been there, but I'm never going there ever. What's up, dummies? So I was just on YouTube and I saw this video. It said 4 most disturbing moments caught on live stream. So we're gonna see disturbing ass live streams. This is gonna be insane. This video has 1 million views, so people are really messing with it. Let's check this out. Try not to get scared.
In December of 2022,
okay, here we
the
are.
authorities in Northern Ireland came across a bizarre crime scene where the most likely suspect was somehow in 2 places at once.
What?
It all started on the 18th of December when Irish YouTuber VoteSaxon07, whose real identity is 33-year-old Stephen McCullen, live-streamed himself playing GTA Vice City. The stream started at around 6 p.m. and Stephen stayed live for about 6 hours, till midnight. The stream itself was quite unremarkable, with Stephen playing the game mostly in silence, broken by his occasional commentary. Unfortunately, while he was streaming comfortably in his home, his 32-year-old girlfriend, Natalie McNally, was going through something downright horrific. Stephen, however, was completely unaware of this and promptly went to sleep after ending the stream. The next day, he woke up to a barrage of calls and messages regarding Natalie. She was apparently at her parents' house the night before to watch the World Cup finale. The match ended at around 6 p.m. and Natalie went back to her home shortly after, which wasn't too far away. She lived alone in Northern Ireland with her 2 cats and a dog. However, the next day, no one could get through to Natalie. She didn't show up to work and wasn't picking up her phone either. At the time, she was also 15 weeks pregnant with Stephen's child. So when she went silent, her friends and family grew worried, fearing she was facing some health concerns. After learning about her absence and waiting a few hours for a response, Stephen went to her home, which was about 20 minutes away from his home in Lisburn. Unfortunately, he was too late. When Stephen arrived at Natalie's home, the door was wide open. Inside, he found her lifeless on the floor. She had been killed.
Detectives from the Major Investigation Team have now launched a murder investigation following the death of Natalie McNally.
What?
This follows the results.
So he was live streaming whole time his wife was
The
getting
32-year-old died a violent death, having been stabbed a number of times, and there are signs of defensive injuries.
Post-mortem reports showed that she was killed on the night of December 18th, not long after she came back from her parents' home. However, investigators did not find any evidence of a forced entry into her home. This, combined with the fact that Stephen was the one who reported her death to the police, made him the lead suspect in her murder investigation. And he was arrested shortly after.
He got arrested for her murder, but he was literally live streaming. They better check the live stream.
However, this arrest didn't last long, because as the authorities quickly found out, Stephen had a strong alibi. According to the post-mortem report, Natalie was killed during the same time Stephen was live streaming from his home.
That's crazy. He had no idea. He's just playing live stream. Merry Christmas live stream. Playing a video game late at night. He must have just got off work playing a video game. Whole time he has no idea his girlfriend's being killed.
Investigators looked through Natalie's phone and found the last text Stephen sent to her at 5:57 p.m., which read, "Right, I'm off to stream the night away. Wish me luck." To which Natalie replied, "I might have a peek at your live stream later." This was enough to clear Stephen's name from any wrongdoing, but it left investigators with no clear direction on where to look next.
So who
Stephen did give them the name of someone he suspected. However, investigating that person didn't lead to any breakthrough in the case either, and the name of this person was never made public for this reason. Luckily, detectives found CCTV footage a few days later showing a man dressed in dark clothes and white shoes heading towards Natalie's home at 8:52 p.m. And then the same person going back about 40 minutes later. Given his timing, investigators determined that this was the killer. Shockingly, he had the same height and build as Stephen. This put him on the radar once again, but it also raised a valid question. If Stephen was the perpetrator, how could he be in 2 places at the same time?
Yeah, bro, he's
Without
live
any other
streaming.
option, the authorities put a £20,000 reward for information regarding the killer and continued investigating.
What if he made a fake live stream? You know how people on YouTube do like these live streams where they pre-record and act like they're live streaming? What if he made a fake live stream to basically be like, oh, how could I kill my wife if I was live streaming? But he made one of these fake live streams that loops. Oh my God.
They also feared that by the time they started this investigation, the killer could have easily fled to any of the neighboring countries. In the meantime, Natalie's case had become national news, resulting in multiple memorials around the country.
Damn, rest in
This put even
peace.
more pressure on the investigators to find the killer as quickly as possible. They made several arrests and even seized the suspect's car. Investigators also found the weapon the killer used on the 5th of January 2023, which was a knife from her own home. However, none of these developments brought them any closer to identifying the killer.
They have no proof?
That is until January 31st when they arrested Steven again, but this time with solid evidence.
Huh?
As it turns out, the only thing keeping him out of suspicion, the live stream, was completely fake. The whole thing was pre-recorded and broadcasted to simply look like a live stream. After his arrest, investigators went through his computer and found the original recording, which was made on the 14th of December, 4 days before the incident. They also found a taxi driver who described picking up someone matching Steven's profile near the murder at 9:30 p.m. and then dropping this person near Steven's house. Most importantly, according to the taxi driver, this passenger had forgotten his wallet at home, so he quickly ran inside his house to get the money. And as expected, he ran into Steven's home. All this evidence left no doubt in the fact that Steven was the one who went to Natalie's home to commit a predetermined crime. In hindsight, there were plenty of suspicious moments during the fake live stream that should have raised more alarms. For starters, the stream was titled The Violent Night Christmas Live Gaming Stream.
The Violent Night Christmas Live Gaming Stream. This dude made his live stream named The Violent Night, and then he did something violent to his wife.
Started the stream, Steven also claimed that he was having technical issues with the streaming software, which he used as an excuse as to why he wouldn't be able to interact with the live chat.
Well, because this streaming software is kind of up the left, it means I can't check the live chat, which is a real shame. So
He's
by all
lying.
means, talk amongst yourselves.
He's lying. He's saying he can't talk to chat because his streaming software is messed up, but whole time it's a pre-recorded video. That's why he can't talk to chat. Oh my God, this dude thought he had hella brains, but they're on to you.
This ensured that no one questioned why he wasn't talking with his viewers, which is essentially the whole point of doing a stream instead of posting a pre-recorded video. At the start of the stream, Steven made sure to repeatedly mention what day it was.
Hello to all on this glorious Sunday evening. Yeah, so I just thought, why not? I'm gonna do a live stream because this day next week is Christmas. So what more could you want for Christmas other than an evening with your own?
He keeps mentioning the date.
This was likely an effort to make his alibi stronger and to say, look, I was streaming the same night. I even mentioned the day at the beginning. On top of that, many moments in the stream also took on a far more disturbing meaning after the truth came out. Like him singing about killing someone in-game, which can also be interpreted as him cryptically talking about his girlfriend.
I need to kill it. I need to take her down. 'Cause I won't pass the mission if I don't get this to die. Tra-la-la.
At another point during the stream, he makes a pun that sounds like Natalie's name and finds it unusually amusing.
Yeah, that's physics. That's what would happen in the real world. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The most creepy moment, however, was about halfway through the stream. While he was on break, suddenly the live stream back soon graphic switched with a poster of a James Bond movie called No Time to Die. Steven later claimed that this was an accident. He accidentally dropped his controller on the keypad, which made the strange graphic come up. But since we now know that the live stream was pre-recorded, Steven deliberately included this graphic at this point during the editing, likely alluding to the crime he was going to commit on that day. This theory becomes even more credible once you consider the fact that this movie poster came up at about 9:15 p.m., which perfectly aligns with the time he was at Natalie's house committing the brutal crime.
No.
That said, his clever schemes were derailed and he was—
What? He put that poster at 9:15 p.m. that night, basically right at the time that he killed. What?
Charged with murder. He was also refused bail. And at the time of writing, he's awaiting trial on May 6, 2025.
Oh my
Hopefully Natalie and her family can get the justice they deserve.
Dude, he thought he was finna get away with it by making a fake live stream. I knew it. I literally mentioned I think that he's gonna do a pre-recorded live. Oh my God, that's a crazy story.
On April 4th, 2020,
he could have got away with it.
Ernest Wilson went live on Facebook during a house party.
Okay.
Without knowing that these were his final moments alive.
Oh.
Ernest was a 24-year-old warehouse worker living in Baltimore, Maryland.
Okay.
The only passion he had in life was for partying, playing board games, and turning them into drinking games. Unfortunately, the 2020 pandemic and the subsequent lockdown closed every public venue he frequented. So he decided to take matters in his own hands and came up with a solid plan. He would rent Airbnbs, host an invite-only party which he referred to as a game night with a fee to cover the expenses, and have a good time with his friends. These parties started off small but quickly grew in numbers as more and more people became aware of them. And on April 3rd, he went onto Facebook to plan another party that weekend, asking, "Should I do game nights again this weekend?" And, "We playing hide and seek at game night tonight?" After receiving enough confirmations, he decided to go ahead with the plans and announced a 2-day game night with free entry for girls and a $5 fee for the guys. Not long after this announcement, he also made a post about bringing uninvited people, stating, "Please don't show up with nobody I didn't personally invite if we didn't discuss it first. They're going to get left outside." Maybe he had experienced problems with uninvited guests at past events. Or maybe he simply wanted to know the exact number of attendees ahead of time. But in hindsight, his concern makes a lot more sense. As the night approached, Ernest started the event, and it went just as well as he could have hoped, with everyone dancing and having a good time.
Okay, so he's having a fun
until
party.
2:30 a.m. when the group decided to play the hide-and-seek game they discussed earlier. Ernest took charge as the first seeker and began a countdown at the Airbnb's backyard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's live streaming.
However, as soon as he began searching for his friends, he stumbled upon something completely unexpected.
1, 2, 3. Who the is that, G?
I don't know.
Get your on the other side of this gate. Who the? This can't be one of my friends.
He saw someone trying to jump the fence and break into the property.
What?
Now, the correct response would have been to go back inside to safety and call the cops on this intruder.
Right.
However, Ernest was already a bit under the influence at the time and made the biggest mistake of his life. He decided to confront the man on his own, and that's when things took a turn. The intruder was armed, and after some back and forth, tragically shot Ernest before fleeing the scene, all of which could be heard on the live stream.
No way.
On the ground. Hey,
The police arrived at the property at 2:45 a.m. where they found Ernest lying in a pool of his own blood. According to the few statements that were released to the public, this appeared to be a case of a robbery gone wrong. However, some believe there was more to the story. This is because during Ernest's struggle with the intruder, a girl can be heard laughing in the background. As the story goes, this girl was an accomplice of the intruder who planned to either rob the place or eliminate Ernest for some reason, with one person on YouTube writing, "That girl tried to let someone in the front door, or she knew who tried coming through the door. Once discovering it was locked, she told them to hop the fence as clear as day. I would start with her boyfriend."
Damn, so a girl was
Unfortunately,
in on it.
from what I can find, the police never caught the suspect, and Ernest's case remains open to this day.
No way, bro. That's a nice ass picture, I ain't gonna lie. Makes him look like a nice ass guy. I don't really know the dude, but damn, that's sad, bro. He was just throwing a party. Somebody hops the fence.
Especially 5 years later.
5 years ago? And they haven't found the... It's annoying.
On September 7th, 2024, a 32-year-old man by the name of Joseph
Is that
Couch
Stewie
opened
Griffin?
fire on vehicles traveling down I-75 near the city of London, Kentucky.
What?
He managed to hit 12 cars, injuring 5 people. Fortunately, there were no fatalities. As authorities rushed to his location, Joseph managed to escape into the wooded area alongside the highway.
Cars?
This left the investigators with no choice but to search the Daniel Boone National Forest, hoping to find the mass shooter. In the meantime, they also began looking into Joseph's past and made some chilling discoveries. He served in the Army Reserve from 2013 to 2019 before receiving an honorable discharge due to him developing PTSD.
You gotta do that in the Army? They're talking about how he's in the Army. I don't know what's in my ear. I think I got a bug in my ear or something. You gotta stand and stare at lockers in the Army? Bro, I'm never going to the Army.
More importantly, this wasn't his first entanglement with law enforcement. Back in 2015, he was arrested for throwing a rock at a dog and then pointing an AR-15 at its owner. Joseph had to pay $1,000.
Who the hell throws a rock at a dog?
The case was later dismissed a few months later.
However,
in the same year, he was arrested again. This time for supplying a minor with alcohol and vandalizing private property with spray paint. This resulted in him having to spend 6 months in jail, alongside
Can this dude get put
200
down?
hours of community service and a
They need to put this guy
$1,500
down.
fine. All of this highlighted just how mentally unstable he was. Something that became even more apparent when investigators factored in the messages he sent to his ex before the shooting. These read, "I'm going to kill a lot of people. Well, at least try. I'll kill myself afterwards." His past record and these texts also made it clear that Joseph wouldn't go down without a fight if they managed to find him. Unfortunately, the search for him wasn't progressing as smoothly as they'd hoped.
The search for the suspected highway gunman, Joseph Couch, intensifies as law enforcement has expanded its search efforts. State police say they are extending their search deeper
This guy,
into
like,
the
bro,
Daniel Boone
I don't mean to be
National
rude, but like, this looks like the type of guy that would do something like that. Like, he just looks like I feel like all these people who commit these crazy crimes, they all look the same, bro. They just look like they don't got anything going in their
Forest
lives.
as the manhunt for Couch enters day 7.
He probably doesn't even wear underwear.
Local agencies were forced to close a section of I-75 and shut down schools, fearing Joseph might strike again. Eventually, they did manage to find his SUV, which also had numerous cases of ammo for the AR-15 style rifle he used for the shooting.
Look at the rim,
However,
though.
this didn't
Bro, you know, motherfucker, people with this rim, bro. When you see somebody without a rim, you better watch out, because they might run into you or they might be selling
any clues about his current
stuff.
whereabouts.
That's all I'm
In a
gonna say.
desperate measure, the authorities put a $35,000 reward for finding Joseph to enlist the help of
$35K?
locals.
That's a lot of money.
And that's where the McCoy couple entered the picture.
Huh?
Fred McCoy and his wife Sheila operate a museum dedicated to the historic feud between the Hatfield and McCoy families in Kentucky. They also run a small YouTube channel dedicated to this museum called Hatfield McCoy Museum Adventures, where they discuss the various aspects of that feud in greater detail. After hearing about the massive reward, the couple decided to give it a go. They had lived in the area their entire lives and knew the wilderness well.
$35,000. That's a sweet little piece of money.
That's a lot of money.
We're going looking for him.
No.
He finds us.
That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. So these two, this guy and his wife have a YouTube channel. They're gonna try to go find him so they can get the $35,000 reward. This guy's an armed murderer. He was shooting at people. He looks like Stewie Griffin. Why would you?
This Couch guy, Joseph Couch.
They also decided to live stream their adventure through the Kentucky forest on
It's a
YouTube,
badass idea.
likely
It's
to
a
have an
bad
instant
idea.
record of whatever they find.
It's a bad
they
idea.
truly believed they could find him, and luck was on their side. Because during one of their live-streamed expeditions, Fred noticed a whole bunch of vultures hovering over the same area, possibly indicating a rotting corpse nearby. The two decided to head towards the vultures, and just 30 minutes later, the McCoys found what they were looking for.
You found him? Oh, my Lanta. I'm coming.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my Lanta, you found him? Oh, my Lanta.
They immediately alerted the authorities, who used DNA testing to confirm the body was indeed Joseph Couch. A later autopsy report also confirmed that he went through with the plan he talked about in his message. After 13 days of searching, the I-75 shooter mystery finally came to a close.
Did they get the
ending
money?
manhunt and easing the fear of Joseph still being out there.
Did those people get 35,000? You ain't gonna tell me? I hope they got the 35,000. That's
On
badass.
October 28, 2019, a 47-year-old Japanese man named Tetsu Shiohara live-streamed himself climbing Mount Fuji.
What the hell does he got hanging up? Are those socks? What type of room do you got going on? Your TV's about to fall over? Your socks are hanging? Okay, I'm not going to judge this guy. You know, maybe he got lost or something. I need to be nice.
And what was supposed to be nothing more than a fun stream quickly turned into an avoidable tragedy.
Oh.
You see, Tetsu had been climbing Mount Fuji since 2017 and had already
Climbing
reached
a
the
mountain's
summit many
crazy.
times. However, all of those previous expeditions were during the climbing season, which stretches from July to mid-September.
Yeah, you don't want to climb when it's snowing, right? You wouldn't want to climb a snowy mountain. That's dangerous.
And
right.
while it's not an easy task, it's far safer during these months with maintained trails, milder weather, and
More
resting
people?
huts along the way that also sell essential supplies like food and oxygen cans.
Right.
So when Tetsu decided to climb the mountain in late October, it was already covered in thick, slippery snow. And the conditions were far harsher than he could have imagined, with winds reaching up to 60 miles per hour.
Why is he doing
all
this?
of the resting spots on the mountain were also closed for the off-season.
Yeah, they close all the shops. Dude, whenever you hike up a mountain, every, like, you know, half of a mile or something, there's a shop that you can buy food and water if you get hungry. The hell was that sound, bro? I just heard something crazy. I don't know if the mic picked it up, but I'm watching this scary-ass video, and I'm not trying to... It's midnight right now as I'm recording this, so it's a bad idea to watch this scary-ass video. But they sell stuff at these shops, and he started hiking when they don't have the shops open.
Despite this being his first off-season climb, the unfavorable conditions did not deter.
I swear to God, if somebody comes in my room, they're getting punched on camera.
He was determined to reach the summit and make it back in a single day. Unfortunately, the stream didn't get off to a good start, as he forgot to bring essentials like thicker socks to keep his feet warm and crampons to prevent his shoes from slipping.
Crampon? What is that? I'm not even... You forgot your socks, bro? You had like hella socks hanging up earlier. How do you forget them big ass white socks?
How he didn't bring any food with him to avoid making his backpack too heavy.
You didn't bring food?
But as the climb continued, not having food became the least of his worries, as he quickly realized the snow that day was deeper than he could have imagined. On his way to the top, he passed several points where the trail had collapsed due to bad weather. About 2 hours into the hike, his viewers started to notice how dangerous things were getting as well, and began urging him to turn back before reaching the summit.
Turn around, bro. There was literally a hole in the ground. But I think we can make it. What?
However, he ignored all the warning signs and pressed on with the hike. And by sheer willpower, actually managed to get close to the summit.
Really?
Sadly, this is where his luck ran out. While treading through a particularly steep section of the trail, Tetsu slipped and fell down the mountainside.
It's quite difficult because of snow. Bit of construction. This is dangerous.
Seconds after slipping, his phone hit a rock and turned off, ending the live stream. His viewers immediately alerted the authorities. However, due to the harsh conditions, it took rescue workers 2 days to locate Tetsu's body. They found it severely dismembered, 2,300 feet below the point where he'd slipped.
They found him 2,300 feet from where he slipped, so he fell all the...
Now, for most people, this was an open and shut case of an inexperienced and underprepared person misjudging the dangers of Mount Fuji. But I came across some interesting theories regarding the situation. For example, one person stated, "I don't think he wanted to go exactly how/where he did on the mountain, but if you ever saw the live stream, you'd know that he definitely was planning on doing it, probably at the top. The chat was begging him to turn back, and he made constant, likely deliberate references to not being fully equipped. Additionally, he had a very ample and generous amount of time to turn around if it had purely been a mistake, with the last few people he met warning him to not go any further. In other words, Tetsu intended to end everything that day. The missing equipment was a deliberate decision, not an oversight. Although there's no evidence to prove this theory, and we'll never know for sure if this was actually his intention."
Yo, that's insane, bro. 4 people who are live streaming that had bad things happen to them. That's insane. If y'all want to help me get to 100,000 subscribers, make sure y'all unsubscribe from my channel. Watch another video. Peace out. This is crazy. What's up, dummies? 4 children's drawings with disturbing backstories. We're going to look at some of the creepiest kids' drawings on the internet and find out what was so creepy about them. This is going to be insane. That thumbnail right there looks very, very normal, but it does seem like there's something creepy about it. Let's check this video out. Try not to get scared. Try not to pee yourself.
Children can use drawing as a way of expressing feelings or emotions that they don't understand.
Yeah.
But sometimes children simply draw what's familiar to them. So if a child is drawing pictures holding hands with strangers, there might be something more going on there.
That's
This
weird.
is part 3 to children's drawings with disturbing backstories. Martin and his wife are the parents of 2 children, a 6-year-old daughter and a 3-year-old son.
Okay.
Martin shared with me something disturbing that he and his wife had discovered recently. Their daughter, who I'll refer to as Jess, loves to draw.
Okay.
And so they'd give her all the art supplies she'd need to keep her quiet and entertained for hours.
Okay.
They have an entire Crayola backpack full of art supplies that Jess uses, filled with markers, colored pencils, crayons, and construction paper. Jess has piles of drawings in her room and even in her backpack, and most of them are normal, innocent drawings. However, one day Martin found a picture in Jess's room that he was kind of confused about at first. It was a picture of some random looking woman holding Jess's hand, but it didn't look like Martin's wife, who was blonde. It was a brunette woman. Martin asked Jess who the woman was, and she said it was the woman who would visit her sometimes. Sounds like something a 6-year-old with an imaginary friend would say. When Martin asked what her friend's name was, Jess said Lucia. This was immediately cause for alarm to Martin, so he went to show his wife the picture and asked his wife if it looked like her sister. At first, his wife said it looks like it could be anybody, but when Martin said her daughter said her name was Lucia, she gave Martin this telling look as if she immediately understood. Lucia was the name of Martin's wife's deceased sister, who died before either of the couple's children were born.
What?
The couple went to the daughter's room and asked Jess who exactly Lucia was. Jess again said, "She visits me sometimes." Trying to get more details, the couple asked what time she usually visits, and what do they talk about. She responded something along the lines of, "She visits at night sometimes when I'm drawing." Martin's wife asked Jess to draw another picture of her the next time she sees Lucia, this time with more details, and Jess agreed to do so. From now on, Martin and his wife would keep Jess's door ajar just so they could hear if Jess was talking to someone. It wasn't until a few nights later that while in the kitchen, the couple both heard Jess talking to someone in her room all of a sudden. So the two went towards the room quietly to listen to what she was saying. There were long gaps in between what Jess was saying, but she was clearly talking to someone or something that didn't appear to be there, because she seemed to be answering questions that the parents couldn't hear being asked. At one point, Jess said, "They asked about you when they saw my picture of you. They want me to draw you again." Then Jess stopped talking completely, and that was when Martin and his wife entered the room and asked if she were talking to Lucia again. She nodded her head, and they asked where in the room Lucia was. Jess turned and looked around the room, then focused on the corner and said, "She's standing right there." Martin and his wife looked in the corner of the room, to nothing. Yet both of them agreed they felt an uneasy feeling in the room and were extremely uncomfortable. Martin's wife said softly to Jess to draw what Lucia looks like right now, down to every last detail. And after Jess said, "Okay, Mom," the couple left the room. Jess didn't speak anymore, and the parents were left feeling a little uneasy. It was a short time later that Jess called her mom back into the room, and so both Martin and his wife went back to her room, and she presented a new picture.
Oh God.
This picture confirmed the couple's fear. This was the photo. In this new photo, with a lot more detail, Jess drew Lucia to have blue eyes, a small mole above her lip, and dressed in white. Lucia was buried in white, and had blue eyes and a small mole above her lip. Martin's wife was never close with her sister, having only attended the funeral for a short time, and so Jess had never learned of her deceased aunt yet. There were also no pictures around the house that she could have seen. Martin and his wife told Jess that they didn't want her talking to Lucia anymore. This was not because Lucia did anything particularly horrible in her life per se, but rather that it was genuinely scaring the couple. The couple had a priest come bless the house and ask any spirits to please leave in peace. According to Martin, they haven't had to deal with any further instances.
Bro, that is insane. This little girl never met her aunt. Her aunt died before she was born. But then she drew a picture of her aunt that died. She didn't even know about her aunt. That's like me drawing a picture of my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpa and saying he's with me. That girl was getting visited by her damn dead aunt. What the hell, bro? That's creepy.
This was submitted by an art teacher from an elementary school.
Okay.
Twice a year with each class, the teacher would hold what she called draw and tell, which would have the children draw anything that meant something to them, and then tell the story behind it.
That's pretty normal.
This was with a 3rd grade class. As most students were drawing pictures of them and their families, or pictures with their pets, or any other number of things, one boy was drawing what looked like nothing but fire. The other kids at his table were noticeably glancing over and laughing at him as he did it, and as the art teacher noticed this, she went over to the boy and asked him why he was drawing fire. He's supposed to be drawing something that means something to him. The boy said, "I know, I'm not finished yet." So the teacher let the boy continue to do his thing.
That's weird.
As the students were finishing up their drawings, the teacher came back to the boy and now noticed that the boy had added a house to the drawing.
What
the teacher asked the boy to come with him to the hall, and she took the drawing with them. When in the hall, the teacher asked the boy why he was drawing a burning house, as this was completely inappropriate for a draw and tell. The boy replied, "No, it's not. This is the house my parents tried to burn down with me in it." The teacher was speechless and didn't know what to say.
What?
She kept the drawing and told him to take his seat, and told him we're not going to do the draw and tell. When they re-entered the classroom, she sat at her desk for a moment, fighting back tears, and eventually announced to the class that everyone would be taking their drawings home with them instead of doing draw and tell.
Dude, that's creepy. This kid was told to draw something that means a lot to him, and apparently he drew a burning house because his parents tried to burn him in a house, bro. Oh my god.
This one comes from another parent who wanted to remain anonymous, so all names will be made up. Brad and Jane are the parents of Molly, who was 5 at the time of this happening.
Okay.
Molly is a quiet and well-behaved girl according to her father, which makes this story even creepier. Brad and Jane's bedroom is right next door to Molly's.
Okay.
The night the strange events began is when Molly came to her parents' room and said she's scared that something's in her closet.
Yeah, right.
Brad walked her back to her room and showed her the inside of her closet to assure her that no monsters were in there. The next night, Molly returned to her parents' room, saying there's a monster inside her closet again. This time, Brad and Jane let Molly sleep with them, and then the following day, Molly drew a picture of the alleged monster she was seeing and showed it to her parents. Brad stated the picture admittedly creeped him out, but till this point, this all just seems like normal child stuff. Until one of the next nights, when Brad and Jane woke up to Molly crying and screaming. They ran to her room to see what was wrong, and she said, "I'm bleeding," as she had her shirt lifted up. On her back were what looked like 2 scratch marks. Molly claimed it was the monster. Brad tore the bedroom and the whole house upside down looking for anybody that could have done it. When the house proved to be empty, Brad and Jane had no choice but to assume Molly probably did it to herself somehow, either intentionally or accidentally. But as time went on, and the couple had time to think about it, the chain of events seemed too crazy to just be coincidental. While the couple had Molly ease back into sleeping alone, Molly never changed her story that the monster was the one to scratch her back. To make her feel better about sleeping alone, they moved Molly's furniture to the spare bedroom and made that one her new room. Molly came to her parents' room a couple other times in the middle of the night, but both times, when asked if she saw the monster again, she said, "No, I'm just scared." Luckily, no bodily harm was done to her in her sleep again.
That's weird, bro. She was telling her parents about how there was a monster, and they were like, "Yeah, right, yeah, right." And then one night, she got hurt. She got scratched. Dude, something's messed up.
This following picture and story was submitted by Giovanna, who had found this picture on her desk in her room because she allows her 7-year-old brother to use her desk to draw on.
Okay.
She found it strange from the beginning that her brother would leave this on the desk in the first place, because normally he would take all of his drawings with him back to his room and hide them. But since he left this one, she felt like he wanted for her to see it. Upon taking a look at it, it looked like an innocent enough family drawing done by a 7-year-old. But then tucked away in the corner is a black figure labeled the Taking Man. Giovanna left this on her desk for a couple of days before she noticed the man in the corner after looking at the drawing again. The man is on a swing, but the family doesn't have a swing set. It'd just be chalked up to the child being 7, but he had never asked their parents for a swing set, nor expressed any interest in one in general. Underneath the mysterious man labeled Taking Man appears to be some object which Giovanna thought may resemble a window or some kind of door in the ground. So she went outside to go check out the lawn for any sort of door, window, anything. But there wasn't anything. A few days later, while in the bathroom, which was across the hall from her brother's room, Giovanna was washing her face when she heard her brother giggling and talking. This could have just been him playing with his toys by himself, but still, after finishing up her skincare routine and rinsing off her face, Giovanna went to go check on her brother. His door was cracked open a bit, so she looked in and saw him on the ground talking to something under his bed. She quickly opened the door, and her brother got up and sat on his bed and turned his head to the TV. Upon asking him who he was talking to, he said he wasn't talking to anyone. Under the assumption he was just playing around, Giovanna went to sleep. The next morning, her brother woke up holding an empty glass, asking if she could fill it with chocolate milk. And so Giovanna went downstairs to fill his glass and come back up with a couple snacks for herself. She went into her brother's room to oddly enough see him fast asleep. She woke him up and handed him the glass, and he insisted that he didn't ask for it. She knew he did though, so she didn't argue with him and left the glass next to his bed. That night around 4 a.m., Giovanna woke up to hear her brother talking again. So she went across the hall to her.
Bro, she woke up and her brother was talking at 4 a.m., dude. What the?
The last thing she remembers is hearing her brother talking to someone and seeing a black shadow in the room. The next thing she remembers is waking up in her bed the next morning. When confronting her brother, he denied any recollection of talking to anybody last night. When Giovanna decided to tell her parents about the drawing and what she thought she witnessed the night before, they had a talk with him, and he told them that the person in the picture is the taking man, and he takes things and brings them back. I really trust him, he's my best friend. He also gives me red berries, I think they're called cranberries. Now he won't come back. Giovanna doesn't know if what she saw in her brother's room was a dream or not, but she remembers it vividly and says it didn't feel like a dream. And yet, if it weren't a dream, she has no recollection of what happened after she saw that shadow in her brother's room. Her little brother hasn't spoken of the taking man since.
Bro, so this girl got her brother some chocolate milk, and then she went to his room and gave it to him, and he was like, I didn't ask for this. And she's like, yeah, you did. And then she goes to sleep. She hears him talking at 4 a.m., so she goes into his room. She sees a big black figure, and then she wakes up the next morning. What the? Yo, these kids are creepy, dude.